Good people of YouTube, my name is Spanner, welcome back for some more Deathgate. We're currently inside the elf's ship, hidden in the storeroom. We need to create some light so King Stephen's forces know when to attack. Look at the portholes. Wide open portholes are set into the walls. There are some supplies. Miscellaneous supplies are piled around the room, but aside from the notable exceptions of a chest and another flimsier box, they include nothing of interest. So box and chest, huh? Open the box. You rip open one of the larger boxes. Inside you find a strange device with 3 metal prongs which crackle with electricity. A switch has been wired to its base. You shove the flimsy remains of the box to the side. Can I take it? Take the zinger. Carefully you pick up the electric zinger. It tingles a bit but doesn't deliver the shock you expected. So this is the missing zinger that we saw at the very start when we reached Ariana's. What about the strong box? The hefty lock attached to the lid keeps you from opening the strong box. Can I cast a spell perhaps? Heat? Can I heat up the lock? The lock gets hot, but not open. Can I unlock it? Unlock with shear? No. What could I use? Can I use a pipe and just bash the lock? I have pipes, marmalade, and a zinger. I don't suppose... No, zinger does not work, so... probably spell. I could cast swap, but... with what? It's with myself, I believe. The lock isn't a higher life form, so the spell has no effect. Let's save here. If I leave...
Somehow a human got loose. Kill him before he can make trouble.
Oh. You walk into the middle of a hushed room crowded with elves and human slaves. One of the elves whispers, "That thing we heard, the ship's wizard lets a death spell fly, and before you can make a sound, we crumple to the floor." Huh, how do I unlock this? It has a switch. Could I use this? Activate? You pull the switch attached to the electric zinger. As soon as the connection is made, the whole contraption flies out of your hands, bouncing off the walls and throwing sparks everywhere. Oh.
Congratulations.
Hold on.
Wasn't there something?
So, we did it.
I don't want it.
You mean?
Do you have a daughter?
Lucky.
How much does the royal?
Quite a.
Perhaps.
Sir, I'm not.
No, I'd like to
Why
leave.
is the along
Leave, leave. No. Okay, activate the zing. Does this mean I cannot open the lock? You pull the switch attached to the electric zinger. Yeah. What's next? Evidently, the light and sound pouring through the portholes was enough to attract the attention of King Stephen's forces. They surround the ship in mid-flight, board her, and take the captured vessel back to the castle. Okay, so that's what I didn't read the first time.
Congratulations. You actually succeeded. I didn't expect it, but I am pleased. Andrews and his men are safe. My thanks, friend.
Not only did you get your cousin back safely, but now you have an elven ship. I think you made out pretty well.
Very true. That elven ship will certainly come in handy, especially to infiltrate elven-controlled lands. You've proven your worth.
My pleasure, Your Highness. I did put my life on the line, but it was worth it to serve you.
I certainly hope you aren't being sarcastic. My men gladly lay down their lives for me. That privilege is reward enough for them. I was going to offer something else, but that can be arranged.
Wasn't there something about making it worth my while?
You're correct. I'm not one to forget my promises when it suits me. What do you want?
Perhaps you could just supply some information.
Certainly. Tell me what you'd like to know.
You relate your experiences on Drevlin and explain that you're looking for an artifact that the Kixie-Winzy may have buried somewhere. If that's true, only the Kixie-Winzy can dig it back up.
I'm not sure how I can help you there. Even my learned wizard knows precious little about the Kixie-Winzy. There is something I might be able to offer, though. The Kixie-Winzy is an ancient sartan artifact. Only the sartan knew exactly what it did and how to control it. Since they disappeared ages ago, all that remains are the books and documents they left behind, but they are very scarce. In fact, the only place you can find them is in the Tower of the Brotherhood.
Here we go, Tower of the Brotherhoods. We're definitely going there.
Why is the Brotherhood the only place you can find these documents? Doesn't anyone else have a collection?
A long time ago, private researchers kept their own collections. They soon experienced very fatal accidents and their collections were appropriated by the Brotherhood. Pretty soon, whenever sartan artifacts were discovered, they were delivered directly to the tower. Nowadays, the Brotherhood usually employs the researchers outright.
What's the Brotherhood?
The Brotherhood is a guild of assassins. They pride themselves on the completeness of their library. They've gathered information from every corner of Arianis. This includes all of the sartan artifacts they could find. No other collection exists anywhere. If documents exist that discuss the function of the Kixie-Winzy, they're in their tower.
Where is the tower located?
That's a problem. The tower is located in Skurvash, a smuggler's haven that lies on the border of elven and human lands. No nation governs that city. It's completely lawless. The Brotherhood has an iron grip on the place. Neither we nor the elves have been able to get a toehold. Skurvash is a haven for criminals and cutthroats. It wouldn't be a problem, once there, to go about your business unnoticed. People go there for the anonymity. The problem is getting you there in the first place. Currently, the elves control space around that area. I can't sneak anyone in or out. Any ship with the markings of the Royal Fleet is attacked before it even gets near the city.
What about that elven ship I just delivered to you? Couldn't that sneak me into Skurvash?
Yes, that's true. We've never had our hands on an elven ship before. They certainly wouldn't be expecting it, especially so soon after its capture. They'd have no reason to stop it from reaching Skurvash.
Very well. It looks like my only alternative. Let's get going.
Very well. I will staff the elven ship with my own soldiers. They will fly the ship to Skurvash and wait there while you search for your documents. When you have completed your business, they will escort you back to Drevlin. I will assume that this clears me of my debt to you. I wish you luck, friend.
Okay, so that's what happened in that dialogue we skipped. Through the first time, you leave the King's Castle, reboard the Elven frigate, and discover that it's already manned by soldiers from the Royal Army. A no-nonsense sergeant greets you and signals the others to lift off. Within a few hours, you leave behind all sign of human habitation on any of the floating landmasses. The only ships you see are of elven design. They let you pass unmolested, mistaking your ship for a member of their fleet. Soon, the sergeant points out a dark city on one of the floating islands. The ship glides towards it, but lands a couple of miles away.
We don't want to answer any questions at the regular port, such as why King Stephen's men are flying an elven frigate. Better you get a little exercise and walk into town. Come back when you've finished your business, and make it quick. Just being around elven space makes me nervous, but waiting so close to the Brotherhood is downright terrifying.
I assume this is the tower over here? The whole group of soldiers is gathered in the small quarters to play cards. You can't even fit through the door. This was the slave galley. It's empty now, but filled with King Stephen's men when the ship is in motion. Can I take these chains? Oh, they're fixed to the floor. I still have access to this lock. Okay, so whatever's in there, I probably can't get yet. Oh, what is this? The Tower of the Brotherhood looms over a plaza flanked by a tavern and an alley. A child plays quietly to one side. Let's check the map. Okay, we can go... Okay, 3 ways we can go. There are buildings. Other buildings stand around the plaza, the architecture plain and nondescript. The boy watches his wooden doll walking in circles around the plaza. After wandering around, it happily strolls into the dark alley. The boy steps toward it but stops, appearing terrified. He looks up at you with pleading eyes.
Oh, sir, would you please get my doll back? I couldn't possibly go in there. It's far too dark and scary.
Why do I have the feeling this is some sort of trap?
It is pretty dark in there. I'll go, but you'd better appreciate this.
It would mean everything to me, good sir. I must have that doll back. It was a gift from my dead father.
Tears well in his eyes, you sigh and turn towards the dark alley. I shouldn't have done this. You wander into the dark alley, chasing after the scuttling toy. Its tiny legs don't move particularly fast, so catching it isn't a problem. When you pick it up, you catch a glimpse of rune markings carved into the wood, but before you get a chance to examine them further, a heavy rope net falls from out of the shadows. The child who not a moment ago was crying over his lost toy jumps on top of you and beats you relentlessly with an iron bar until you collapse on the ground. He starts to rifle through your clothing, grabbing any object that he discovers. A dark, narrow alley runs between 2 run-down buildings. Oh, I know exactly what to do. Let's cast Swap. While the young thief paws through your valuables, you take the opportunity to hang the swap spell in the air and grab onto his searching hand. His eyes grow wide as the spell takes hold. With an implosion of air, you and the street rat switch positions. He crouches on the ground, trapped inside of the heavy net. While you stand above him, the street rat looks up at you in amazement, surprisingly unafraid but a little desperate.
You're a wizard! A wizard hasn't been seen in Skurvash since far before I was born. Why are you here?
Why are you concerned about what I'm doing here? Aren't you worried about what I'm going to do to you?
Well, of course. But if you're in Skurvash to find something, you'll need a guide. I can help. I know all of the dark and secret corners of Skurvash. If you're new to this town, you'll get nowhere without me. Let me go, and I'll help you.
Sure. I've got no reason not to trust you. You just led me into a trap and tried to steal everything I had.
That's what I do. You look like an easy mark, so I tried to shake you down. Now that I know you're a wizard, I'd be a fool to turn on you. My offer stands. Release me, and I'll help you. let me out. I'm willing to deal. You'll never get into the tower without my help.
How do you know I'm trying to get into the
Trust me,
tower?
No one would cross a wizard.
Can I check the trash? Skurvash is in dire need of a trash collector. Currently, this alley holds the position. A dark, narrow alley runs between two. Rundown, fine. Let's take the net. You lift the net off of the child. Some hidden pulleys draw it up high into the shadows of the alley. True to his words, the street rat doesn't run off. Instead, he wanders down the alley and flips aside the greasy blanket to reveal a hole in the wall. He enters and motions you to do the same. Oh, I still have the doll. This dirty chamber isn't much bigger than a crawl space. It's crowded with the street rat's possessions.
I'm willing to help you. But first I want to know what the job is, and what's in it for me.
How about your life?
Well, it's enough for now. But as soon as you're out of sight, I'm gone. I think you're going to need more help than that. And if you're going after what I think you are, there should be enough for everyone, and I want a cut.
What do you think this job is?
It seems to me that there's only one target worth the attention of a wizard. You're intending to break into the Tower of the Brotherhood. You must know that no one has ever made it into the tower and back out alive. You might not know how many have tried. Rumors of the Brotherhood's treasure have spread throughout the realms. Thieves, from third-rate pickpockets to practiced artists, have attempted to steal it. Usually, the less talented ones are turned away at the front of the tower. There is no obvious way to get in. Only the members of the Brotherhood know how to enter. Some make it inside. Every few months, a new body is found in the town square, the result of another robbery attempt. Usually, the Brotherhood takes care of its own disposal, but these bodies are left as messages to every other would-be thief. In short, no one has ever succeeded. If this is your plan, you're going to need my help. Even a small cut of the tower's famed treasure would set me up for life.
Is that all you want?
Well, not exactly. You're not local, that's obvious. Therefore, you must have some way to leave once you're done. I want to go with you. I've lived too long on the streets of Skurvash. It's dangerous. We're on the borders of elven and human lands, and the war moves closer every day. I need to get out of here.
How much of a cut do you want?
Whatever you think is fair. I need to start a new life, and I'm going to need money to do it. Any portion of what I think your haul is going to be will set me up.
Well, don't I just need a book on the Kixie Winsy or some information about it?
What can you do for me that makes you worth all of this?
I have contacts and information about the Brotherhood that all of the previous thieves lacked. If I was helping them, they might have succeeded.
If you're so good, why don't you try and loot the tower?
I'm not that good. I think you have a chance because you're a wizard. I figure your magic might give you an edge over the others.
All right, I'll give you what you want. What can you tell me about this town? How can you help?
What do you need to know?
What is the Brotherhood? What does it do?
You must know about the Brotherhood. At least you must have heard about them. The Brotherhood is a guild, much like craftsmen or merchant guilds, only it is a fellowship of skilled assassins. Whenever you want someone dead, for sure, take out a contract with the Brotherhood. Their information network reaches into all the nations, human and elven. In fact, the Brotherhood is the only guild that employs all races without prejudice, even in times of war.
How do you get inside the tower?
I don't know the method that the members use to get into the tower. I've examined the exterior, and I haven't found any entrance. But I've thought about this. Only the members of the Brotherhood can get in. So the answer is to become a member of the Brotherhood. You're new. Nobody knows you. You might be able to pull off something like this. As it happens, an assassin, a member of the Brotherhood, hangs out at the Devil's Workshop. His name is Hugh the Hand, and he's actively recruiting. It's not easy to catch his eye, and harder to have him sponsor you.
What exactly is the Devil's Workshop?
It's a tavern in the center of town. Low-life scum throughout Skurvash collect there to meet contacts, do business, and get drunk. In fact, the workshop's bartender is the most successful fence in town. The fastest and cleanest way to unload stolen merchandise is by selling it to him.
Who are your contacts? What do they have to offer?
I know someone who was once a member and knows the entire layout. Undoubtedly, he'll be able to give me some vital information. I also know a talented craftsman who can forge any specialized tools that you may need. Unfortunately, both of those people are going to ask for a lot of money. Unless you've got a stash that I couldn't find, you're going to have to come up with some.
How do I get this Hugh the Hand to sponsor me?
Hugh is looking for only the most talented thieves and murderers. You'll have to do something extravagant to catch his eye. What that may be, I don't know. Perhaps if you stole something rare or valuable.
All right, that's all I need. I'm ready to go.
Very well. In order to help you any more, I'm going to need some upfront money. If you get some, bring it here, and I'll get to work on getting the information and tools that you'll need once you're inside the tower. Good luck!
Okay, we have our mission. Let's check out this place a little bit. Junk. The piles contain a wide variety of junk, none of it particularly valuable or useful. The street rat must be keeping it for reasons you can't imagine. A pry bar. You snatch the iron bar from the ground. It's no stranger, as the street rat formally introduced it to your face back in the alley. When the boy sees that you've taken it, he starts to say something, but stops and looks very embarrassed. What about this doll? The doll is carved from wood. It is vaguely human. It has 2 legs, 2 arms and a head, but lacks any specific features. A rune structure has been carved on its back. You assume that it is this spell that keeps it moving. So I learned the spell. What spell have I learned? Motion. I have a feeling these puzzles will start becoming more and more complicated. Okay, nothing else here, I don't think, so let's go here. You start to wander down the alley, but end up splashing through progressively deeper puddles of some unidentifiable liquids. You really don't like what it smells like though, so you turn back before you get soaked. Okay, this is back to street rats, this is soaking, this is back to the main street, and this is out of town. So let's go here. The house looks expensive. More so than even its closest neighbors, but it is also abandoned. Abandoned, huh? And the Devil's Workshop has a large, dirty common room populated by people you'd never want to meet. There's Hugh, there's the bartender. A wooden bar stretches across the length of the room. A large, dangerous-looking bartender eyes you warily from behind it. The 2 men look at you, then at each other, then start laughing. One of them takes out a sharp knife and fingers it. You decide to leave them alone. So Tufts, yeah, the only thing left I can do here is talk to Hugh and the bartender, but we'll leave that to next time. For now, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed some more Deathgate, and as usual, don't miss the next episode, because I won't. I will see you all next time.